Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video, I wanted to make a quick updated guide of the top performing teams for the GLYPHSHADE boss for the final day of GLYPHSHADE, which is going to be today. This will also hold true for the upcoming round of Guild Supremacy. These are the current top performing teams. To go over these teams, we're going to use the infographic from Yapala. So we're going to get right into it. Now, Rhymes' team is going to be the most free-to-play friendly option. It is going to work no matter how many Mauler faction talents you have. Plus 20 is the minimum, but of course plus 30 and above is going to have more damage output. Generally, you're going to be running it with the Blade Summon artifact with Sinbad and Odie on the faction talent tiles. However, if you don't have Sinbad built, you can replace him for Lily May, and that will also do fine. And that is why this is the most free-to-play friendly option. Only needing Shakira plus 10 exclusive equipment Mythic plus. Ideally have your damage dealers Odie or Sinbad at Supreme plus, plus 10 exclusive equipment. But if you swap for Lily May, just try to have her at Supreme plus if possible. Sonya can be even lower ascension. Mikola can be lower ascension with the Blade Summon artifact. The only difference is when the boss goes below 50% health, then you should use the Lightforge spell artifact, and it doesn't matter that it will be active on the Mikola. Don't worry about that. You're just using it for the execution stats, which are going to increase your damage delta of the boss below 50% health. And that is why Lightforge is a good option at that HP ratio. You can replace Shakir for Kruger. That is the first best replacement. Otherwise, you can even replace it for Coco in this comp. So don't worry, even if you don't have Shakira at plus 10 exclusive equipment yet, you can run these substitutions and it is still a good team. This is why this is the overall very top performing free-to-play budget-friendly team. Okay, now we're going to move on to a new team, which I haven't even showed you guys in a video yet. This is by BeepZ, which is also a pretty free-to-play friendly Lightbearer comp. Not completely free-to-play friendly, as you guys can see. There are certain heroes here like Cassidy, Sinbad, who you might not have built up yet. But if you do, this team is going to be a great option. Probably outperforming Rhymes' team. So it's going to be with Odie in the rearmost tile. You're going to be running it with the Blade Summon artifact unless the boss's health goes below 50%. That is the general basically point. When the boss's health drops below 50%, you switch to Lightforge with all of these comps because the execution stats are so valuable. But generally it's the Blade Summon. You're going to have Sonya buffing up Sinbad and Odie. Try to have Odie and Sinbad both at Supreme Plus. Ideally plus 10 exclusive equipment or above, as you can see from the infographic on the side. Mythic plus on Cassidy is fine, and even plus 0 exclusive equipment. That is going to be fine, but you want to have Cassidy at Mythic plus, otherwise she's not going to be a great option for this team comp. And then you have Mikola up in the front, and Mikola can work even at lower ascension. This is a great performing team, and it is not like using any Celestial Hypogeans. So if you have all of these heroes built, you're going to be in luck. This is a great team that you can try. And you just switch to Lightforge spell when the boss's health drops below 50%. And yeah, so your score is going to be higher when the boss drops below 50% health with all of these teams. Okay, moving on to now the more pay-to-win teams. We have Half Moon and Daragon's team, which is going to be a Lightbearer comp using Rainier and the Twins. Now, you're going to need to have Rainier at Mythic Plus in order to run the next two comps we're going to show you. So make sure your Rainier is at Mythic Plus. Also, the Twins, they should be at, ideally, you want to have them at Supreme Plus. You can try before that. However, honestly, what it has seemed for people is that before the Twins are at Supreme Plus, it's just better to run the other two teams. However, you can give it a try. But yeah, Supreme Plus for the Twins is really important. Mythic Plus for Rainier. Cassidy should be Mythic Plus. It doesn't matter on her exclusive equipment. Same for Rainier. It doesn't matter on his exclusive equipment. Sonya can be low copies. She doesn't need to be Mythic Plus. She's mainly here for buffing. Sinbad should be Supreme Plus, plus 10 exclusive equipment. You can use it, for example, with a plus 5 exclusive equipment Sinbad. You can use it with a Mythic Plus Sinbad. However, Supreme Plus is really like his major breakpoint for damage. And with the Blade Summon artifact, you're going to have Elijah blue-haired in the back, Lila pink-haired in the front. And you're going to switch to the Lightforge spell when the boss drops below 50% health, like all the teams we've mentioned up until this point. Okay, moving on to the final team, which is the overall top performing team, but also the most pay to win. It is using Talene. Talene needs to be at Mythic Plus or above, otherwise it is not a good option to run this team. You need to have Rainier at Mythic Plus, and obviously Talene, she's a damage dealer, so she should be plus 10 exclusive equipment or above. The twins, they should be Supreme Plus. Again, their exclusive equipment doesn't matter, but you need to have them Supreme Plus for that bonus stats that they provide to the Stellar Bonded Ally. And Sinbad should be a Supreme Plus. You're going to have Elijah blue hair in the back, Lila pink hair in the front, and Mikola right up front. Mikola Ascension doesn't really matter. Now, this is with the Harmonic spell, the only team running Harmonic spell. But again, when you get below 50% health on the boss, basically you just take his total health pool, divide it by 2, and if the boss is below that number, then you switch to Lightforge spell and you're going to be doing more damage. And yeah, again, don't worry that Lightforge is active on, for example, a support here like the twins. It doesn't matter. The Lightforge is mainly there just to give you execution stats. It doesn't need to, the active effect doesn't need to be onto like a carry or anything like that. It's just for the execution stats to increase your damage. Sinbad can be replaced for Odie if your Sinbad is not built in this comp. Odie is a good replacement, and that is going to be basically it. For all of these comps, you're going to want to have 30 faction talents, other than the Rhymes comp, which can work with 20 faction talents, but of course 30 is better. And that is going to be it. So these are the four basically teams. You want to pick from one of these. These are going to be your optimal choices. The problem is the previous teams you guys might have remembered in GLYPHSHADE, they're not working very well anymore. Because when you have the mythic upgrade of the Charms of Twins and different charm upgrades, those teams do not have a great positioning anymore. And so these are now the optimal teams. Just pick from one of these depending on what you have. And then you're going to get a really good score. Okay guys, so GLYPHSHADE difficulty 25, final difficulty just opened up for my guild. We're going to be doing our attack here. Now, the overall top team, like I mentioned to you, is going to be Pro Epi and Briquetzia's team. If the boss is above 50% health. The boss is currently above 50% health, and that is why we're running this team option. However, when the boss drops below 50%, Lightforge is going to be better. So do keep that in mind, and that is for all of the teams, but I wanted to do our quick run here. Yeah, now, obviously getting to difficulty 25 of the GLYPHSHADE boss is very difficult. Not only do you need a top active guild, you need like basically an active guild filled of the top ranking players across the whole district. Like on my main account, we always cap out at difficulty 24. We never are able to make it to 25. However, there are some people who do make it. They're quite, I guess, a decent amount of guilds who do make it to 25, but yeah, it doesn't really matter where you end up. What is important is on the final day, running your optimal team based on the heroes you have in order to maximize your score. Because this is going to give you a better chance of taking down the boss, getting those extra round of rewards, and also ranking in a better place in your district. Because even if you don't kill the boss, it is going to be based on the damage you dealt, which is going to determine your ranking at the end. So this team right here is going to be a little bit dependent on RNG and the Teline ultimate cast. You want it to be casting throughout the entire fight. But this team has hit over 2 million damage for some players, so it does just come down to the RNG. We're gonna get 1.844. If we would have used Lightforge when the boss drops below 50% health, it would have been even nicer. But honestly, this is a really good score as well. So hopefully this video is helpful. I just want to make a quick one. Good luck on the final day of GLYPHSHADE. Hopefully you guys can take down the boss to get your maximum rewards, and also make sure to run these teams in the upcoming week, or basically next round of GLYPHSHADE. These are the top teams as of right now. So thank you for watching, and big credit to Yapala for making this infographic. Link to the Discord will be in the description of this video, but thank you guys for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and also guys, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. But thank you guys for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.